Hello, I'm Cindy Meyer, the executive director of the Rogue Theater here in Tucson, Arizona. And Joe McGrath and I, Joe is our artistic director, and I are excited to be offering this class for residents of Sun City. Uh, we founded the Rogue Theater in 2005, so we're just now entering into our 22nd season with the Rogue Theater, small professional theater in downtown Tucson. Actually, we're almost halfway between the University of Arizona and downtown. And in the course, we are looking forward to talking about what the Rogue Theater does and is, and also talk about our roles at the Rogue Theater. We are both actors and directors, but something that's kind of unique about our theater is Joe and I are also designers. I'm a costume designer and Joe's a scenic designer. And between the two of us, we have designed all 105 productions at the Rogue Theater over those 21 years. So we'll be talking about being a designer too in the course, and then also the course is a 2+. So the plus part of it is that you'll actually come down to the Rogue Theater, and we'll give a backstage tour of the facility and talk to you about our more about our history and what we do at the Rogue. Just a bit about me. My background, aside from always being involved in theater since I was 5 years old, is I taught for many years at both the University of Arizona and Pima Community College, and was an administrator at Pima College, as well as being an actor and director and designer. So I'm going to pass you over to Joe, and he can talk a little bit about himself.
Hi, hello. My name is Joe McGrath. It was kind of serendipitous that Cindy and I met early in the 2000s and got together to do this particular enterprise. I was trained at the Juilliard School after a short BFA at West Virginia University and then a 4-year program at the Juilliard School in acting and directing. Um, and uh, and then I toured for a year with Houseman's Acting Company, and eventually I found my way out here to Tucson, and I opened my own scene shop, where me and my wife were designing building scenery and draperies for many years. I spent a decade and a half with the ballet, dancing after all that fancy diction training at Juilliard. I didn't say a word on stage for a whole decade of being in ballet. Um, but I learned a great deal about not only performance but scenery in ballet. And that's one thing that I want to be able to share with you in this course is the scenic approach of live theater as opposed to ballet, um, and uh, and also the sensibility of the performer, of the actor, and what it's like to be an actor night after night, and what it takes. That's another interesting, I think, thing to share with you that you might find interesting. There's a backside to everything. I'm a scenic designer, and so there's always the flat, and then there's all the construction stuff on the backside. And I've learned to actually think of my character and my acting in the same way. That there's a backside, a constructed side to everything, and that's a really interesting look for folks who don't know what the experience of acting is like. You might find that very interesting. Cindy?
So we hope you'll join us to learn a little bit more about the ins and outs of live theater. something we should mention is we have a classical bent at the Rogue Theater. We do Shakespeare every season, and so that's another aspect of what we do. When Joe and I first met, we decided we wanted to spend our lives with great authors. And so that's what we've done for the last 21 years. And it's been an absolute delight. And we'd like to share that joy and delight with you as well.